All right, this is case number 234461001. People of the state of Michigan versus Susan Mathis. Defendant is charged with 1 count of assault or assault and battery. Defendant has been brought before the court on a tether violation. Appearances, please.
For the record, Your Honor, Christina Ritter on behalf of the people.
For the record, Your Honor, Janice Stevenson on behalf of Ms. Mathis. Ms. Mathis, please unmute and tell the judge your full name.
Bless your heart. Ma'am, just look at the screen. Just unmute. Okay.
Susan Mathis. Susan Kimberly Mathis.
Thank you. Today is a day set for a tether violation hearing. And it appears that Ms. Mathis was found in the exclusionary zone. Ms. Stevenson?
Yes, Your Honor, and my understanding is that that she didn't actually go to the location or have any contact with the individual with whom she was prohibited from having contact, Your Honor.
Well, why was she in the exclusionary zone?
Trying to get something to eat, Your Honor, and trying to get some money from somebody who was in that area as well, but definitely not having any contact with that complainant.
How do we know that?
According to what Ms. Mathis, don't say anything. That's her representation to us, Your Honor. And I don't know that the tether violation indicates that there was actually any contact with the complainant, Your Honor.
No, they didn't say that it was contact, but I'm saying, how am I to know that she didn't go to the person's house or something?
I think from
they would have said that.
I think they would have told, yeah, I think they would have told you that that's where they found her, Judge. And
Mr.
I do.
Flanagan, what's the exclusionary zone? Does it say? Let's see.
Of the ROA. Let me see.
It says it in the report, Your Honor.
Oh, where?
On page, what is this, page 3? The second paragraph where it starts on June 21st, 2023.
No, that doesn't say the zone.
Oh, that doesn't
right?
say what the zone is.
Oh, that just gives the that's the address.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Okay.
So that's what I don't like. That's why. Okay. So that's why I'm saying to Ms. Stevenson.
Uh-huh.
Your Honor, the ROA, sorry.
Go ahead, Mr. Flanagan.
The ROA doesn't indicate an exclusionary zone, just the curfew.
Okay.
And the contact with the complainant.
What I'm saying is they list an address here that she's excluded from.
Mm-hmm.
Is that the address of the complainant?
I don't have the investigator's report.
I'm looking at the investigator's report, Judge. I believe that is the address of the complainant.
So this says, I discovered Mathis had violated her exclusion zone at, and then the address. And so I'm saying, like, what does that mean? Maybe I need to have an actual hearing and because this is the issue. Of course, everybody knows I don't particularly like tethers on misdemeanor cases. You know, I don't particularly, I think I don't, in many cases it's a waste of resources. But when somebody violate the tether while they own it and go to the exclusionary zone, that make me think they need it. That makes me think, oh, they need the tether because they're going to the exclusionary zone.
So, Your Honor, the order of the court is, the order of the magistrate was that Ms. Mathis not have any contact with that complaining witness and that she abide by a curfew. The incident report does indicate that she was not in violation of the curfew, Your Honor, and they make contact with Ms. Mathis, not at the address where the complaining witness lives, not where she's not supposed to be, but they made contact with her in the location. This is of Gable in East Nevada. So I
That's
believe
where they made contact with her at. However, the report says that's where they actually made the contact.
Mhm.
However, that doesn't say, it says, I received an alert for the exclusion violation, and I discovered that she had violated her exclusion zone at that address. And then when they went to get her, she was somewhere else on Gable and East Nevada.
I understand.
I'm gonna have to bring
Understand.
in the
Okay.
who wrote this report? Let's see. Let's go up here. Well, who wrote the report? This does say who was notified. Okay, this is okay. Deputy, Deputy, can you come? Miss Cameron, are you ready? I think I saw the city in the courtroom.
Judge, I am ready. If the prosecution would like to make an offer to us, we'd like to consider it.
Didn't I see Miss Walker?
She was in the courtroom. She's not in anymore. I do have a plea recommendation.
No, okay, but listen, tell Miss Walker, I need her to come in the courtroom. Now, I know I've said this before. They can't treat my docket like the traffic docket. It's not the traffic docket. The prosecutor has to go on the record.
Okay.
She has to go on the record. So is there, Miss Cameron, is there a way for you to receive the offer?
By email.
All right. Mr. Flanagan, do you have Miss Cameron's email address?
No, Your Honor.
Miss Cameron, put that in the chat and he'll email it to you.
Okay, great. Thank you.
All right, Deputy, can I get a deputy on Miss Mathis? Can I get a deputy on Miss Mathis?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, good morning, Deputy. I'm trying to find out where Sergeant Diane McKee. Okay, let me ask a question that I want the answer to. I don't see who authored this tether violation report, and it says that Sergeant Diane McKee was notified. I'm trying to find who authored the report because I need them to come on the record. How do I find that?
I will have to call my sergeant, Your Honor.
Okay, can you call your sergeant and find out if I need the person who authored this report to come on and give me some more information?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you. Okay, Mr. Flanagan, do you had okay, all right. So while I'm waiting on, let me bring in Ms. Burton. I saw Ms. Burton. Good morning, Ms. Burton.
Good morning, Your Honor.
I can tell you that one of your clients is here. Let me see if this unidentified.
For that offer on this matter.
Okay. Give me 1 second. Can the jail unmute and identify yourself? Who do I have at the jail? Not Miss Mathis. Who do I have at the jail that just came in? Good morning. Who do I have at the jail, please? Can the jail please unmute and identify?
I'm your judge. I believe you're talking
No,
to me.
no, I'm not talking to you, ma'am. I'm not. Can the jail please unmute and identify?
Good morning, Judge. It's Sergeant Coho at the jail.
Oh,
For some-
okay, thank you, Sergeant. Hold on, I know your camera won't work. It's not for some reason. I disabled it.
Okay,
All right, now you can turn on your camera, Sergeant.
there we are.
Right.
So I'm just going to let you know I should have my
You're breaking up, Sergeant. I think what you said is that you should have your tether unit in a minute or something like that.
yes, they should be in a waiting room. I was just making sure that they got in okay and you knew they were.
I don't see, what would they be identified as?
They're at the hospital. They're at DRH right now, so they're
Oh, your connection is real bad. I didn't hear you.
they're at the DRH hospital right now.
Oh, okay. Maybe they were the Zoom user that I was trying to get to say something and they didn't say something. Okay. So
Maybe if
can you find, I'm getting ready to take this plea.
Okay.
I only have, I can tell you who's in my waiting room. It says someone named, wait, is Griffin on the docket? Well, there's a Griffin, but not that Griffin. Oh no, she's on the docket. I see it. Come on. Okay, so I have a device that says Zoom user, a device that says Tamara, a device that says Ryan's iPhone, and a device that says Joe Burks.
Ryan's iPhone, that's Corporal Landorf. He's the Tether
Oh, okay.
corporal that on what's her name? Mathis.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
I'm letting them in now then. Okay, thank you.
You're welcome, Judge.
And let's see if they're trying to connect. Oh, okay, there's someone connecting. Look, I'm trying to multitask Mr. Burton and Miss Sylvester, so give me just a moment. Okay, Deputy Ryan's iPhone, can you unmute for me?
Yes, Your Honor. How can I help you?
All right, and tell me your name.
Corporal Ryan Landorf, Wayne County Sheriff's Department, Tether Unit.
Okay, and were you the tether officer on Miss Mathis?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, so in terms of the record, I'm switching back to Miss Mathis's case. So just give me 1 second. This is Mathis. I don't have a case number again because she was a walk-in. So Corporal, here's my question. I'm looking at the tether report and it says that Ms. Mathis violated the exclusion zone, and then it gives the address, this address on Mount Elliott. And then it says that you made contact with Ms. Mathis, and then it gives a location of Gable and East Nevada. My question to you is, when you gave that address and said she had violated the exclusion zone, did that mean that she had went to that address?
Yes, Your Honor. Her points were piling up there. So once you go within like 3 blocks, when alarm goes off, I'll take a look at it because sometimes it might be in a bus or cut a corner because we give it a 3-block radius. So this particular time, she was smack dab at that. It's a building with, I believe, 3 apartments, and it was just piling up. When I got there, the neighbors, they said, oh yeah, she just left. So I know her routine because she's always circling that exclusion zone, always, all day long. So I knew exactly where she was going. She was going back to her home address, and we picked her up about a couple blocks away from her home address. And she said she was just hanging out there.
All right.
And she has nowhere to live, and she's been living in a car.
Oh, okay. All right. Corporal, can you raise your right hand for me?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, Your Honor.
Corporal, everything you just told me, was it the truth?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Ms. Stevenson, do you have any questions for the corporal? You could put your hand down, corporal.
Nope.
You did say corporal, did you? Am I calling you something that you didn't say?
No. I'm an old corporal.
Oh, okay, okay. Ms. Stevenson, do you have any questions for the corporal?
Very briefly, Corporal, do you know whether or not on the date of the violation, whether Ms. Mathis made any direct contact with, I don't have the
Carl. It's Carl is the victim.
Fitzgerald?
Yeah.
With Carl
I
Fitzgerald.
I spoke with Carl. Him and his girlfriend were out and about running around. Because when we got there, they said that she was there and no one's answering the door. So I had the victim's phone number. I gave him a call. He said he had no contact with her and he was out with his girlfriend.
Okay, and did you know whether or not Ms. Mathis actually went into that building, or whether she was just on the outside of the building, or?
She could have been on the outside of the building. I'm in my professional, the front door was padlocked. So unless she has a key, which they're saying, Carl said she doesn't have a key. So she could have just been sitting on the front porch for waiting, just hanging out. The neighbor said that she was there, but the neighbor said that she wasn't in the actual, I guess you call it apartment.
Okay, do you know how many units are in the building?
I believe 3, because I want to say they said there's 2 upstairs and 1 downstairs.
Okay, all right. Okay, I don't have anything further.
Ms. Ritter, I apologize. Did you have any questions for the corporal?
Just very briefly, Judge. Corporal, when you say this building has 3 apartments without giving the actual address, are you indicating to the court that the complainant witness, Mr. Fitzgerald, lives in one of those units?
The victim?
Yes.
Yes, the victim lives in that unit.
Okay. And you said the points, when the tether was going off, the points were pinging at that location, correct?
Correct, yeah. Well, when the tether's that accurate, it's within 14 feet.
Gotcha.
So it was just piling up there. But by the time we got there, she was, on her way home. Because I hit the alarm, so maybe that spooked her, and then she'll run home and do whatever Miss Mathis does.
Okay. And do you know how far Miss Mathis' home
Put your
is?
arms down. Put your arms down.
Me?
No, Miss Mathis. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay.
Do you know how far Miss Mathis' home is from the complainant witness's home?
Oh, it's only a couple blocks. Just Dwyer Street. I want to say maybe 3 or 4 blocks. It's basically right down the street. Her original home address, we wouldn't let her live there because it was basically in the backyard. So she came up with another home address down the street at a friend's house.
Okay. No further questions, Judge.
Can I just one more, Judge?
One more.
Okay. And Corporal, you indicated that you hit the tether alarm, and after that, Ms. Mathis's location was away from the address where she's not supposed to be. Okay. All right.
Yeah. When alarms go off, it's roughly about anywhere with the Omni device, anywhere between 5 and 10 minutes, unfortunately.
Mm-hmm.
So when I got in the car leaving from Hamtramck to go see what's going on, I hit the alarm. When we got there, it was still piling up, but she probably left a couple minutes before I got there. The next GPS coordinates was right down the street.
Okay. All right. I don't have anything else, Judge. Thank you, Corporal.
Thank you, Corporal. I appreciate it. And thank you, Sergeant. I appreciate you getting in touch with Corporal. All right. Have a great day.
All right. Thank you, guys. Be safe. Have a great weekend.
All right. You too. All right. Okay. I'm going to get back to Ms. Mathis, Ms. Stevenson. I'm going to go ahead and do this, finish what I'm doing here.
Okay. Thank you, Your Honor.
All right. Did you want her to go back in the breakout room or anything, or are you good?
No, thank you, Your Honor.
All right. Okay. Miss Burton, I'm ready. Thank you all for your patience. All right.
Okay. Have a great day. Thank you.
Stay safe.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay. You're welcome.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. All right.
I should have done that yesterday, Judge, when my power went out.
Yeah.
Wow.
You didn't even think of it. You just
Nope.
said, you said, I'm gonna just do this right here. Miss Cameron and Miss Walker, Miss Cameron, are you ready? Did you speak back with your client?
I texted him the offer and I asked him if he accepted. I'm not sure if he was aware of the text. I was waiting for a response, so I was trying to get his attention.
All right. Officer Crafts, get his attention. Tell him his lawyer trying to reach him. So did we amend the offer to address all 3 counts?
Oh, Judge, I didn't realize there was 3 counts, so it would be
Yes.
okay, delayed sentence on 1 and dismiss the other 2 is the offer.
Thank
Okay,
you.
so that's the offer. All right, well then I'm gonna handle Ms. Mathis, and I tell Mr. Where is he?
Callaway to review his
Callaway to
offer
look
on his
at his,
text.
yes, tell him to Mr. Callaway to look at his text. All right, I'm ready to go back to Ms. Mathis. Okay, so I'm back on the record again with Ms. Mathis. This is case number 234461001. Okay, Miss Stevenson, I'm inclined to not only continue to tether, but to put her on, well, okay, so she's tethered to a place that the corporal says she don't really live at. That's just her friend's address she using, and that she's actually kind of homeless. But if she has an address that she's using, that's fine. But the problem is, if I give her a curfew to be at that address, I mean, I don't know how that's going to work if she doesn't actually live at that address.
Yeah, Judge, I guess I would only suggest that maybe there's another location or facility to which Ms. Mathis might be able to be tethered. I know that sometimes we have the good fortune of having our clients be over at Christian Guidance Center or Team or Naomi's or somewhere like that. I don't know. But
well, maybe we need to try to find her a place. Maybe if I could put her in, who can if I refer her to Mr. Patel, that's not going to happen like right away. So how can we get her referred? Like what can I do to get her referred right away? Well, she's shaking her head. She don't want to do it. So I'm gonna just do this. I'll just leave her where she is.
okay.
She's shaking her head. She said, no, she don't want to do that. So I'm gonna just leave her where she is.
If the
did you want to talk to her or something in the thing? Because I'm gonna leave her where she is. I'm ready to move on.
will the court revisit the matter at our July 5th pretrial date, Your Honor?
Oh yeah, she's gonna be where she is until July 5th.
Unless the
You say you can't do that? Well, I don't know how you're gonna break out. How you gonna break out? Unmute yourself and tell me how you're gonna break out. Tell me.
well, please, Ms. Mathis, please don't tell the judge how you're going to break out of
She said
jail.
she can't do that. She said I can't do that. That's what I thought. I mean, I'm just reading lips though. I
got it. I just don't want her to tell about how she's going to break out of jail. So don't say that, Ms. Mathis.
My reading lips might be wrong, but
ma'am, I said I can do that.
Oh, you say you can?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's what, see, I told you, I was just trying to read lips, so.
I'm not gonna disrespect you like that.
Okay, so you saying you can do what? Go to one of the places?
No, I mean, I can stay where I'm at.
Oh, okay, well, she
I can stay where I'm at, and I can go on by your curfew. I respect that.
Okay, so, okay.
Does she mean she can stay at the tether address, not where at the jail?
Oh, you don't mean you can stay in jail?
No, I can stay at the address where I was.
Oh, where you was tethered to.
And I can go on with whatever it is you need me to follow. I will follow it with no problem, ma'am.
Okay, all right. Well then, okay. Thank you, Miss Mathis. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, so Ms. Steve said at this time, I'm not going to amend the tether. What is her, but she can't have another violation. You can't go over there to that apartment, Miss Mathis.
No problem, ma'am. No,
just stay away from them. They don't want to be bothered with you, and I don't want to be bothered with them.
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. 6 a.m. Judge.
6 a.m. to what? Say that.
It's 10 p.m. to 6 a.m.
Okay.
So, and I'm not sure that Ms. Mathis moved the sheet. I don't know if she's working right now.
No, I'm not.
Okay.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna just leave the tether where it is. When did they pick her up? Today or yesterday?
Yesterday.
Okay, so she served 1 day in jail. That's the penalty for the tether violation. So I'm gonna release her. Well, I can't, I'm gonna release her, but she is gonna still have the tether. And then if there are no more violations, we can address her bond at the July 5th court date.
I appreciate that, Your Honor. Thank you very much.
All right, but I don't know how long it's gonna take them now to give her another tether, but Miss Mathis, don't go over there.
I won't, Miss May, I promise.
Okay, all right.
Give my word.
Okay, well, I'm gonna try to go by your word and by the tether unit,
Okay, that's all I got.
pinging them dots, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Okay, then we'll see if I'll make some changes when you come back, okay?
Okay, ma'am.
All right, so we're all set until July 5th. Now listen, so on July 5th, if you cannot Zoom from wherever you are, like if you don't have a computer or a phone, you have to come down to the court, 36th District Court,
Yes,
okay?
ma'am. Yes.
Okay. All right, then I'll see you there I'll see you on the 5th, either on Zoom or in person, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you're all set, Miss
All right,
Mathis.
you have a blessed one.
Okay, thank
I
you.
appreciate you too, Miss Stevenson.
You're welcome, Ms. Mathis. You stay out of trouble and be safe.
And you guys have a blessed day.
You
Okay.
too.
You too, be safe.
Okay, Mom. Thank you.
All right.